So this is the previous tutorials from last week's. Okay, so I hope that you can get the answer. Similarly, just like down here. Okay, for the tutorials 2 as well as example 2. However, for tutorial 3, okay, let's okay, if you look at there, that tutorial 3 is calculate ZHR SR by the soft Radicon equation for the benzene at 575 Kelvin 30 bar. Okay, if you look at there, that this is quite different, the equations, right, with the previous example. Okay, so you have to use a soft Radicon. Okay, this is a soft Radicon. Okay. Okay, so first thing is, of course, you have to refer to table 3.1. Okay, and to determine the epsilon, okay, sigma, epsilon, and so on. Okay, so first step is epsilon, epsilon. Okay, next one. Okay, and then if you look at there, the equation is quite long. Okay, for the alpha. Okay, so if you look at table 3.1's alpha is equal to alpha TR omega. Okay, so we can make it like this one, right? Expression alpha equal to alpha TR. Okay, 1 plus C. Okay, 1 minus TR 0.5. Okay, oh, of two. Okay, this one is alpha. Okay, and C is equal to if you look at in tables 3.1 is equal to 0.37464, right? That one. Okay, it's similar. Okay, just look at that table for the Penn Robinson. Penn Robinson or wait, this one soft Radicon. Okay, sorry, soft Radicon. Okay, so 0.1480 plus 1.574 omega minus 0.76 omega square of 2. Okay, so just substitute this here. So it's going to be the same lah with the figure. Okay, calculate beta Q. Okay, this one, don't forget. Okay, and I. Okay, I also don't forget to calculate. This is for the case 1, right? Epsilon is not similar with the sigma. This one not same. Okay, okay. And then once you determine I, so by equation HR equal to RT. Equal to Z minus 1 plus d ln alpha tr divided by d ln tr. Okay, minus 1 ui, right? Okay, so the problem is this one. Okay, for Soft-Radix-Kwong and Peng-Robinson, okay, so once you differentiate this one, so you can get this expression. Okay, d ln, you have to write down, okay, this one, tr divided by d ln r equal to negative c. Okay, negative c tr divided by alpha 0.5. Okay, so different with the Peng-Robinson, different with the Radix-Kwong. Okay, Soft-Radix-Kwong and Peng-Robinson. This is what you have to use. Okay, this one. Substitute into this equation. You have to remember. Okay, and C is equal to this one. Okay, this is C. So you can substitute here and substitute here. And then substitute here. Okay, you understand? This one you have to take note. I don't think in the main textbook is available. Okay, negative C tr divided by alpha is bracket, close bracket, and open bracket, close bracket, power of 0.5. Okay, so and then you can calculate HR, and the rest is the same. Okay, so that is all for the Soft-Radix-Kwong and as well as Peng-Robinson. So for Peng-Robinson is a similar. Okay, the similar step and similar equation. Okay, any questions about this one? Okay, so I guess this is clear. Okay, before we move to the generalized correlations to calculate the residual properties. Okay. Any questions? It's the same, right? The step.
Just now you say the
What is it?
integrate for
Uh-huh.
ln delta and
Yes.
the ln theta is same. In soft Radix-Kwong is same with the Peng-Robinson, is it?
Yeah, Peng-Robinson also same.
Or that equation is that integration is the
That
same.
equation, yes.
Right. Thank you,
Same,
sir.
same. Okay. Okay. The integrate not integration, the derivation step part. Okay, just use this one. Peng-Robinson same. Jadi. So the rest is similar like Radix-Kwong. I don't think I will do that one. This one, okay? TR di ln TR TR into C TR divided by alpha 0.5. If for Radix-Kwong is equal to negative half, right? Negative half. So please take note this one. Okay, so let's we move to the how to solve the residual properties by using generalized correlations. Generalized property. Randomly. Okay. Okay. So we're done with the uh, equation of state and as well as a method to use the graph to determine the residual. Okay. So now we're moving on the how to use the generalized correlations to determine the residual. Similarly, also HR and also SR. So the method is similar, like actually we call it Lee-Kessler lah. Okay, because you have to do the first you have to do the interpolations, Lee-Kessler, as well as we have a virial. Okay, for Lee-Kessler, you have to determine SR naught, SR prime before you determine before you can get the final answer SR. Similarly, also you for the determination of residual enthalpy. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to do the interpolation. That one is the Lee-Kessler method. Another one is by using virial. Okay, virial is applicable only for low to moderate pressure. Okay, so you have to remember, you have to see the, you have to check the pressure first, whether it's a high pressure or low to moderate. If a low to moderate is only applicable, just use it uh, virial equation. Okay, because it's a direct calculation without any interpolation, I think so. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you can determine HR. Okay. So, okay, for the Lee-Kessler correlation, if you look at here that this is the equation. This is just the derivations. Okay, once you substitute the residual equations with the what z naught plus z1, right? You differentiate and you can get this one. Okay, and this is the equation you have to highlight. So first thing you have to do determine HR naught and HR prime and SR naught SR prime. Okay, how to determine this one? You have to refer to table E5 until E12. Okay, so from that you have to do the interpolation. Okay, that's the problem for Lee-Kessler. Similarly, like a Z naught and Z prime, right? Z naught and Z prime, this one. You have to do the interpolation to determine Z naught and also Z prime. Okay, for the value of omega, you can refer to the appendix B1. Okay, so this one is a table DE, yeah. So DE5, they have a HR1, this one. How to determine this one? This one. You have to determine this one first, this one, this one, this one. Once you determine by interpolation, you can get SR as well as HR. Okay, it's quite tedious. Okay, so even if you have to do the interpolation, you have to do many times. Okay, so that's the problem lah for the Lee-Kessler, but you can calculate at high pressure. Okay, okay. So second one is using a generalized second virial coefficient. If for second virials is applicable only for low to moderate pressure. Okay, you have to remember that. Okay, so to use this one, if you look at here that this is also derivations. So this is the final equation. Okay, what you have to do is if you want to determine HR or SR, right? So just determine dB naught divided by TR and dB prime divided by TR. So what is dB prime? This is a dB prime. This is the dB prime and dB naught. B naught and B prime, this one. Okay, just use the equation and then you can calculate, you can get the answer. Similarly also for SR. So meaning that if your pressure is just around 20 bar, okay, you can use this virial coefficient. This is the simplest equation that you can use now. For me, okay, I prefer for this one. Okay, rather than if you want to use Lee-Kessler, right? Because you have to interpolate first for the HR naught or SR naught as well as, and then you have to interpolate to get the HR prime, HR1. Okay, that's the problem lah. Okay, it's quite the you want to solve, it's going to take long time for the Lee-Kessler rather than you use virial coefficient. Okay, okay. That one is for the single component. If there is a gas mixture, you have to remember that gas mixture. Okay, so for the gas mixture, you have to, for example, you have gas H2, CO, and CO2 in the system, right? So if you want to use virial coefficients, so you have to determine summation of this. They have a fraction, right? If this one is fraction is 0.25, this one is 0.5 and 0.25, right? So total is equal to 1 lah. Okay, so the fraction times with the for each species, y1 omega 1 plus y2 omega 2 plus y3 omega 3. So you can get total of omega. Similarly, also for TPC and PPC. Okay, so for each species. Okay, and then you calculate TPR from the TPC and PPC. Okay, this is for the case of the gas mixture. Okay. Okay, so and then you can do interpolations from table E5 to E12. Okay, this is for the Lee Kessler. Okay, but you have to determine the TPR and PPR. To determine TPR and PPR, you have to determine PC. P is we define as a pseudo reduced parameters. A pseudo is like a approximation. Okay. Okay. So this is for the gas mixture. Okay, let's see the example. This one is if you have to use the Lee Kessler. Okay. Ada tak yang ni ya? Virial. Okay, tak apalah. Okay, so calculate H, Z, Z lah. HR and SR by the Lee Kessler conservation for acetylene at 300 Kelvin and 40 bar. Of course lah Lee Kessler because it's 40 bar. Okay, if 20 bar, we'll choose virial. Okay. So what you have to do is the equations, just refer to the previous equation, this one, right? HR, SR. So what is the information that that you have to require to determine this? Can you take one paper and solve it? Okay, so you have to determine first we calculate HR. Equal to right. Not divided by RT plus omega. Okay, this is question. So you have to interpolate this one and also interpolate this one. Okay, omega from table appendix B1. Okay. So find omega PR because you have to do the interpolation PR. Okay, what else? TC. TC, PC. Okay, once you determine TC, PC, you have to calculate TR, PR. Okay. Temperature and pressure is given lah, this one. Okay. Okay. So this is the information that you have to determine. Because you need TR, PR for the interpolation. Okay. So if you look at the table E5 to E12, okay, PR, if you calculate PR, you can get 0.6516 and TR is equal to 0.9731. Okay. Okay, from the table, if you look at there, 2, 4. So here is the R, and then 2, 4. So this side, and then this side is PR. So 0.97, 0.79731. Point 8, 0.6. Please find in the table. Okay. 0.6516, 0.8. Okay. I see, because this one, right, this value. This one is Z naught. This one you have to determine Z naught first. Sorry, this one is to determine the Z naught. Z naught lah pula. Uh, sorry, this one Z naught lah. So yang ni, this one is for Z naught. Okay, Z equal to Z naught, because you have to determine Z first, right? Plus omega Z prime. You can. So this is Z naught. If HR, you refer to HR. 0.7. 7.360. 30. 0.85887. Can you do interpolation? If you the equation, you can refer to appendix F or appendix G. Okay, please do the interpolation and give me the answer of the Z naught. This one, not HR. Z naught and Z prime. Please do interpolation. And give me the answer. Once you determine Z naught with the similar method, also you can determine Z prime. Okay, please determine Z naught. Give me the answer. Oh, never mind. Betul, we need to determine Z naught and Z prime. Yes. Of course, you have to determine Z because if you know determines, you cannot calculate Z. Okay. Omega is equal to, if from the 0.17, 308.3, 61.39. Bar and Kelvin, okay, sorry. Kelvin. Bar. Okay. So if you look at the, if you do the, if you know lah the equation, right? Okay. So if this one is x1, x, x2, y1, y2, y, this one m lah. This one is something that you want to determine. Okay. So that table is actually is like this. H. This one x1. Okay. If you refer to the appendix F or appendix G, this one x2, this one is y1, y2. Okay, this one m. Something that you want to determine. This one m11, m12, m22, m21. Similar like the previous one, right? This is the one that you want to determine. Okay. So and then you can use equation. Once you get this one, you see from the appendix F. Okay. Okay, you see the equation, right? M equal to the appendix F is the title is steam tables. Okay. X2 minus x1 x divided by x2 minus x1 x m11 plus x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1 m12. Okay. This one, sorry, it times with y 2 minus y divided by y2 minus y1. Okay, plus x2 minus x divided by x2 tolak x1 m 1 plus x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1 m 2. Okay, y minus y1 divided by y y2 minus y1. Okay. So this is what you do the interpolation. Question F2 or G2. Okay. Can you give me the answer? Okay. Z note 0.6825. Okay, Z prime 0.0978. Okay. Thank you. Who's that? John Ting. Okay. Z naught equal to, this is my answer lah. Z prime is equal to negative negative. This is mine lah. Okay, John Ting also similar. Okay, and then you can calculate total Z. Okay, similarly also for the HR, okay? If HR, if you calculate uh, you have to do interpolation, and then finally you have to times with the RTC lah, okay, to get the answer. Okay, just similarly like Z equal to Z naught plus omega Z prime. Okay. 255 kilopascal. Okay, for tutorial 5, it is similar. Okay, similar method by Lee Kessler because it's 30 bar and 50 bar. Okay, can you do tutorial determine delta H and delta S? Please give me the answer first lah, for example 3. HR and SR. Any possible? Okay, this one is the same Lee Kessler and also 50 bar, 30 bar, 57, 500 Kelvin lah. Okay. Okay, let's say we do the tutorials 6. Let's say tutorial 6. Still have time, right? Okay. Steam undergoes a change from initial state 450 degrees C and 3000 kilopascal to a final state of 140 degrees C and 235 kilopascal. Determine delta H and delta S by appropriate generalized correlations. Okay. So this one we have to determine delta H lah, meaning that H2 minus with H1 and delta H and delta S, and then also S2 minus S1. Okay. So since it's entered at 450 degrees C, 3000 kilopascal, okay. So what you have to do is you have to determine TC, PC, omega, okay. And then TR1, PR1, and TR2, PR2, okay, because they have two conditions. Okay. So actually, if you want to determine delta H, because it's enter at 450, right? Okay, delta H equal to 235 to berapa Kelvin? Berapa bar? 3000 kilopascal is equal to 30 bar, right? Okay, 30 bar. 30 bar. Okay. And then 235% equal to 2 bar. Okay. Okay. So delta, if you do hypothetical part, is going to be this one is going to be like a triangle, the hypothetical part. Delta Hij ah, delta Hij plus delta HR. Okay. This one. So how to determine delta Hij and HR RTC? Okay. So if you look at here that this one is condition is only 235, right? Okay, so you can use a video. Okay, is uh, how to say? Sorry, because it's enter at 450. Sorry, not triangle. It should be like this. Okay, should be like the hypothetical part. Okay, so 140. This one is a standard condition. Standard condition. A 450. Okay, standard condition. Standard condition. And then this one is 140 lah. So this one have HR1, HR2, delta HIG. Okay, that one. This is the hypothetical part. So for HR, actually you can use, I think we can use this one lah, virial. Okay, we can use virial, the next correction of the virial. Okay, we just assume that 30 bar is a 30 kilopascal. Is it correct, right? 30,000, 30 bar. Okay, we just assume this one is also moderate lah. Okay, just make it easy. Okay, so meaning that your equation, this one, delta H equal to delta HIG plus RTC times with this one. Sorry. Just make it H2 lah. Minus H1R. This one. So you can use virial. Okay. So this one, if you look at it, HRB. HRB is stand for the virial lah. Residual enthalpy for the virial lah. Okay. HRB. This one is TR2 lah. HRB TR2 as well as omega minus with HRB TR1 of PR1 and omega RTC. Okay. So this one you calculate by using what is it a virial equation, generalized equation. How about HIG? Okay, HIG from this temperature, because the temperature is this one is 450, right? Okay, and then this one is 140. Okay, what you have to do, you have to refer to the steam table, okay, to calculate delta HIG. Okay, from the steam tables, table F2, for example, table F2. For the first condition, 30,000 kilopascal, and then 450 degrees C. Okay, so you can get H1 is equal to how much? And S1 also. what is the value. Okay. Similar table F2 for the second conditions. You have to do the interpolation at condition 235 kilopascal. And then what is temperature? 140 degrees C. Right? So you can get delta H2 and also S2. Okay. So once you determine this H1, H2, S1 and S2, so delta H Ig is equal to H2 minus H1. Okay. And then delta S is equal to S2 S1. Can get the answer. Okay. So and then you substitute into the previous equation, which is delta Hij, delta H equal to delta Hij plus with H2 minus HR1. Okay. This one is from the virial. So you can get answer delta H. Okay. So please determine the answer. Anyone? Okay. Any question? Any questions about this example? Any questions? Is it clear? Before we stop. Okay, I want the answer in the next class. Okay, give me the answer. History, okay. This one, HR, SR, and this one. I want to know. Okay. Any more questions? If no questions, that's all because sekejap Okay, any more questions? Any questions? Is it clear before we stop? So your assignment is please determine the answer. We have a class on Tuesday, right? Okay, I want to know the answer. Please get prepared this one. This one, SR, SR, SRR, this one. I want to know the answer. Please give me the answer. If nobody answer this one, so I just put for the assignment. So your assignment is gonna become become more. Okay. Okay. So and then you can try this one. But this is not the assignment. But this is the same like this one. Any more questions? Any questions before we stop? So if you have no questions, that's all for today. Okay, and then I think by next class we can finish it because it's just a very. I'm not gonna go very fast now for this one until chapter 6. So within the timeline actually. So for test 1, we will cover mm, chapter 3 and chapter 4. Okay. So the date is gonna be 12 lah. For this time is gonna be 12. If there is any changes, I will inform you later. Okay. The same times at night. Would be online, I think. Okay. Because some of you is still not available in UTM. Okay. So I try to conduct online. Let's see how. Okay. I will discuss again with the other lecturers. Okay. Okay. If you have no questions, that's all for today. Thank you very much. I'll see you again in the next class. So we will finish in the next class. Bye bye.
So can you share the QR code?
Yes.
Doctor, can you share the QR code?
Alamak, QR code QR code ada tak ni pula tak ada dekat sini. Tak apalah.
Oh, okay.
Payah scan lah.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay.